Welcome everyone, welcome to the Thursday video. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing fine today. I would like to do a bit of a more relaxing video. A way to cope. A way to deal with anxious thoughts a little bit better. I brought some things that are tappable, and I will be tapping them, but that's just something as far as the ASMR portion goes. Generally, I want you to just kind of forget about stuff that makes you anxious. You see, I have a lot of those things in my life as well, so I have a lot of practice with, taking my mind off of them, because otherwise I would go mad. I find that people often tell you not to think about certain stuff, but that's really difficult because our brains don't understand zero, right? We don't understand not. We understand, doing something different, for example. And that's how I usually cope. Instead of thinking about something that's stressful for me, I channel my thoughts to something creative or something that, is very involved. I find it easiest to just write something or just draw something or play a game. Anything that involves you on a mechanical level. So, I have not studied psychology, so I'm just talking from experience, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But that's how I do it. Just take something that involves your primary instincts, thinking about where your fingers go, where your hands go, and being cautious of making mistakes, and just make your brain work. What I find doesn't work for me is watching shows, for example. Watching shows is it doesn't involve you enough, and it can, you watch it and you find yourself drifting away. There are some shows that might work, if they're very, very kind of active. There's a lot of things happening, and they're heavy on dialogue and, very snappy sort of thing. But most of the time, you will kind of start drifting back to the thing that you're trying not to think about. So either get something that's very involved, or something that physically involves you. And you could also try exercise and stuff too. I'm not the person to go to for exercise tips. this is not that best. Not the best. It's pretty good for digesting things. Like if you are thinking about an idea, for example, like you have to come up with an idea for something. Going for a walk is great for that, because your body is busy, but your mind is free to roam around. And you get more oxygen because you're moving, so your brain works better. And it's generally, I find, like a very good way to digest information and spitting out solutions. Also, this is a cardboard box, not box, cardboard. Just cardboard. Just a piece of cardboard. And yes, I am currently stressed about something, and I am trying everything not to think about it. And if you are too, and know that you are not alone. It's just part of the human experience. It's just part of the human experience. Don't let it overwhelm you, and don't think about it. Don't overanalyze it. If you have to think about it, then think about it in like a dry, rational fashion. Take it into steps. Think about how do you have to solve it. That way you will involve other parts of your brain. You will approach it as like an equation, as like a puzzle, not as something that's directly attached to you. Do you like that cardboard sound? I know ASMR is it's not very involved, so I don't know if well, I do think that one benefit of ASMR is that it gives you the feeling of not being alone. It's kind of like also one of the reasons why I like to have like YouTube running all the time, and why reaction content on YouTube is so very popular, because it feels like you're enjoying something with someone else. You're not alone. I remember I had a discussion at some point on Twitter. I know, discussions on Twitter. But yeah, I did mention that I feel like VTubers and like a lot of streamers too, generally, and ASMR artists as well, are kind of different to general entertainment. And I think I called it companionship content. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it does make a lot of sense to me. It's basically the feeling like you're sitting down with a friend, and well, in this case, with my videos, it's and a lot of videos in general, it's a bit of a one-sided, experience. This is my old phone cover, by the way. It's from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and it's Rei. It's Rei Ayanami. But yeah, it still works well enough to make you feel like there's someone with you in the room. Fill in the silence. I did mention before that that was one of the reasons why I wanted the rats. I really don't like silence. I don't like loud noises either, because how would you sleep with loud noises being everywhere and people distracting you, or ending up on the recording, because that has happened before. But generally, I find that having the feeling of something being with you is very comforting, and it also helps a lot with anxious thoughts. So that would be my other suggestion. Either watch something like React content, because that's more involved. I know it sounds weird, but believe me. Yeah, well, believe me, you don't have to believe me, because that's just my experience. It might not work for you, but feel free to try. Or like a streamer, or like some ASMR. Well, which is kind of redundant to say if you're listening now. But you can imagine I'm sitting next to you and making odd noises next to your ear. I don't know how I feel about that. How would you feel if you were sitting down in front of your PC? Now it's just standing behind you, behind your computer chair or whatever you're sitting on. And that was just putting an old microphone cover from one ear to the other. One ear to the other. And talking a lot while you're trying to do something else. But hey, a lot of you guys watch me as second screen content, so maybe you wouldn't mind, though it would definitely look kinda odd. It's a kinda blunt sound coming up of this one, because it's silicone. I do actually. No, one of the rats moved. I can see which because I have the lights turned off. Because like I mentioned before, the light bulb is making noises again. So it's hello darkness, my old friend, for me. Yeah, try that. Maybe it will make you feel like you're spending time with someone, or jump into a stream. My suggestion is don't go into the big streamers. Don't. Look for a small streamer. Look for someone who has 1 to 5 viewers, but look for someone who talks. Look for someone who seems like he wants to engage, but there's just no one there to engage with. And chat away. Chat away. Who knows? Maybe you'll find a friend. Or maybe you'll just find a streamer to revisit once and again to have a chat with. Or, like I have experienced several times, you'll watch them grow and then you will not be able to communicate with them anymore because the chat will move so quickly. And you will be sad, but at the same time you will be very happy for them. Oh, my elbows. My old elbows. My old elven elbows. They're cracking. Another thing that I used to try and do was music, but for me personally, music didn't work. Music didn't work because I get very, very, very emotional listening to music, and yeah, that kind of exacerbated the issue. Sometimes it's good to have a cry. I mean, it gives you like catharsis, kind of. You lay your feelings bare and everything kind of flows out of you. And you do feel better afterwards. But that's very dependent on what kind of issues are causing your anxiety. So feel free to apply if it applies to you. I sadly can't read your particular thoughts, but do believe me that if I could, I would suggest something. I would try at least. But always with a disclaimer that I am not a specialist, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Grain of salt. Some quickie ones, quickie ones. So, how are you doing now? How are you doing? Are you relaxed? Are you relaxed? Are you a bit more relaxed now? I hope you are. I hope. I really do hope you are. Let me see. Okay, that's English apparently now. Let me see. The last thing I have is, how do you call these? I always forget. It's like a cutting mat. You know, the ones that you put on your desk when you like do I don't know, modeling work and stuff. It's a kind of self-healing material that you cut into, but it doesn't like fall apart, and you can cut stuff on top of it without hurting your desk. And it can serve quite a lot of time before it starts falling apart. I really like it. had it for a while. I think I started using these when I tried to paint my, one of my figurines. I had a bit of a project going, and I tried to paint a figurine, but I think I took the wrong sort of paint, and I don't know what happened, but the figurine has gotten slightly brittle after painting, and overall the painting process was horribly difficult. And yeah, now the figurine is in pieces because it just started falling apart on me. So yeah, do research. Do research if you're gonna paint figurines. But yeah, now they come in handy when I do stickers. Speaking of which, I have good news. The test batch that I sent out, all of them arrived at their destinations. Yes. Which means in the future, if everything goes nice, I might be doing giveaways of stickers. Maybe like some, I don't want to do contests really, but something where I would like randomly, well, the thing is, if I do randomly, then I might end up with a person who's not going to respond, or a person who's not going to want to give me their, mailing address, so I won't be able to send the stickers. So it's a bit difficult. What I could do is just announce that I will have stickers to give away and ask people to join in the Discord and maybe do it like that again, because that's how I did the test run. I just announced it on Discord, told people that I will have 4 sets of stickers, and there you go. Anyone who wanted to get them, did get them. Oh, I forgot to do the YouTube thing again. How do I make a segue to that to make it seem organic? If you do like this video, please do like and subscribe and use the hype thingy too. And if you want to get notifications on your phone and stuff, then press the bell. It helps me also in my placement in the algorithm. So it shows more people. Well, what? Huh? It shows me to more people. There we go. It shows more people to me, I said. Almost said. Oh my. Slapping. How do you like this? I could also try running something over it, but it's completely dark in my room and I can't see anything. I have a pen. How about I lost the cap. I already lost the cap for the pen. How's that? What's that? That's with the cap on. Let's try it without the cap. I'm just gonna draw all over it, but I don't think it will take ink because it's kind of weird. It has a weird surface. That's an interesting sound, actually. Kinda like it. It sounds like those 8-bit explosions in like old video games. Doesn't it? Okay, enough. Enough is enough. I'm worried that it's covered in ink now. It is covered in ink. I can barely see it in the light from the laptop, but it is. So, how is your relaxation session going? Have I managed to take your minds? Well, you could argue that you have a conscious and an unconscious mind. So, minds, sure, okay. Let's just accept that. Other things? Have I managed to help you kind of stop thinking for a second? Not in general, just about the things that you shouldn't think because it doesn't lead anywhere, only to you being stressed. Think of good things. Do fun things. You thinking about the bad thing will not, on its own deal with the bad thing. Okay? It will just make you feel stressed. The only point at which you should think about the bad thing is when you're working on a solution to it, okay? And even then, don't think about it in an emotional way, and like how it's gonna involve you, or how it's gonna impact you or others around you, or other people generally, or just don't stop. Just, if you're gonna think about it, think about, how do I solve this, or how do I recover from this? Not in a, oh my god, how do I recover from this? But no. Just step by step. Write it down if you have to. Make a list of what things you have to do to get out of this. And with that, I bid you farewell. Have a good night, my friend. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Help out. Bye. Otakutir members. Catpack. Curious. Psycho Mask. Yuya. Enthusiast tier members. Thank you so much for watching.